This is going to be Shrooma's favorite Warframes for 2025 in a tier list. It's not going to be specifically like the best or the strongest, even though some say strong, comfy pick, all that type of stuff. Also, don't ask why it's S plus S, 3 different levels of A, and then B, C, D, F. Actually, I guess like the best reasoning for that is the fact that like every Warframe is just kind of good, you know? You can't really like be upset at any of these Warframes. And also these are not in any specific order. I've been doing this like all day leading up to this. I've just been like dragging and dropping and moving them. So we're just going to go in the order that it gives us. We're hopefully going to get through this like rather quickly. Not 100% sure if it is going to be quick or not though. See Shruva on YouTube? Yes. I only have the one video so far, but we're going to be posting this as well. It's just an unedited, like quick, clean video. This is neon white music. Yes, it is. It is Glass Ocean. All right, so Gara, first Warframe. Gara has. She's not like not fun to me. She's really strong. She can like one hit like level cap with like the ability of swiping left, or swiping to the right. I forget what direction she swipes, but I don't play her a whole lot. She's not like my like favorite. She's good as an all around. She's a good strong comfy pick. She's kind of up here. I don't play her a whole lot. It's not going to be A minus, so it's going to be A or plus, because like they can do most things. They can do all the content. Everything kind of has its own, like everything can do its own kind of content. So I think that I'm just going to go ahead and keep Gara in A for solid. She's a solid pick. Gauss. Oh boy, Gauss. Gauss is honestly like this. Also, if there are Warframes like in an order, that's also from left to right. That's like the most like good in that like tier list in my opinion. So I'm thinking that we're gonna be doing like Gauss as an overall, like good all around, solid. I've been having fun with him. Hi Rogue, how you doing, buddy? What's good? How's you doing? Hopefully you's doing fantastic. And Wisp. Yeah, a lot of these are just going to be like weapon platforms builds that like don't really succeed or excel in one thing specific, or have some sort of like funny thing to do with it. Honestly, Eidolon hunting Wisp is more fun to me than like any other kind of playstyle Wisp. Granted, I can't do the QC that Wisp does, but it is what it is. But true. We are gonna put Nova in F tier, not for me. The worst of the worst. Horrible frame. Not a big one. I think Wisp is gonna be a solid frame. Okay. Alright. We didn't need to see anyway. What up, Meliodas? How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Now Protea. Now they can do most content. This is like my mindset of like how I'm viewing this. Like every Warframe can do all of the content in the game. This is just like wording for me. The way I look at a frame is like, what do I like to do with them? They like to do most of the content. They do some things, blah, blah, blah. They can do all of it, but what do I have fun doing with that frame? And honestly, I think Protea is going to be in B tier. That's a good spot for her. They can do things. They do stuff. It's not my favorite. It's not my like go-to. It's not super fun. But yeah. Equinox is next, and y'all are gonna probably not agree with this, but I'm gonna be ranking Equinox higher than Protea. Protea. Can do most content fun. I think there's like some things that I'm not really like having the fun with. What up, Great Fox? How you doing, buddy? I still have no idea where I followed you. You followed me on Twitch. How you doing, Coco? How's it going? I don't know if it was recent. I could probably like find out when. Probably through a raid, most likely. Drink water. Okay, gotcha. Oh, agua. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say like Equinox is like an A minus. You know, she's great. She's really fun though. I have more fun playing Equinox than I do Gara. But with Eidolon, like Wisp, You're the mushroom that emote looks like a pee-pee. Oh, yeah, probably. I remember someone saying that, like, why does that look like a penis? Recently. Well, if you squint really hard, every mushroom kind of, well, not every mushroom, but, you know. I digress. All right. So this year, I have not really been playing a whole lot of Mirage this year. A lot less than I thought I would. Mirage can be another solid, but she's gonna be like lower on the list. I don't have a whole lot of fun with like her because she's just like another like version of a weapons platform if you think about it, right? Her abilities help with, you know, damage and stuff, but that's about it. She's got the cool like mine thing for level nuking. And then she has a ball she throws out. Does the ball do anything specific? No, not really. So it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna be putting her for A for solid. I think my cat wants out. All right. So after we get all of these in, I am gonna like take a quick look through them all and kind of go through and see like, is this what I want? You know, just a nice little once over after we're done. Because like Gara being over Mirage sounds weird. Or like Equinox being over Mirage sounds weird. This doesn't. Or opposite. I don't know. We're gonna look at it again. Nyx. Nyx has been super strong comfy pick. I have been really enjoying Nyx a whole lot. Especially with the dog build that I've created. I'm gonna be posting builds that I've created in Warframe recently, like in the thingy thing in the Discord. So that will be readily available. Next thing is Limbo. Limbo. I'm gonna say Limbo is a good all-arounder, but less than Gauss. That's what I like using Limbo for. It's kind of good, solid all around. Rhino. Not a big fan of Rhino, if I'm being honest. Rhino has the thing that they do, and that's Overguard, And that's like all it is to me, in my opinion. He has Roar too. It is a stronger version of Roar, but I'm not a big fan of Bane mods and how like faction damage works anyway, so not really my forte.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
What up, Pretzel?
Pretzel just raided in.
How you doing, buddy?
Be greater
Guys,
than.
welcome in, everybody. How are you doing? Give me all your dough. I bet. Got you. How's everybody doing? How is the Quetzal raid? Up there, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, homie. How was your stream, Quetzal? What'd you get up to? Doing good. Made it to LR1. Huge. Absolutely huge. Big W.
You motherfucker.
You love to see that. Cold Flesh, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Quetzal Pretzel, if you need a raid run, take care of yourself. Drink water, eat food, do all that kind of stuff. Do that post-stream self-care. If you need to go do that, go do that. I love the homies, taking care of the homies. That's my favorite thing. But if you're going to stick around, Pog. Now I got to grind for all the BS weapons and Warframes. Oh, hey, I mean, like, if you haven't done, like, a lot of the Warframes yet, that's a good amount of, MR, you know? I think the way that I've gotten to, like, where I am now, it's just, like, I did all of the frames. A lot of the, like, all of the, Kuva and Tenet, but not all of the Coda. You have, like, 7 frames left to go? Nice. Easy plat, farm is to buy it. Yes, just swipe credit card. All right, let's go ahead. We're doing a 2025 tier list for what I found to be the most fun so far. This isn't like, are they good or are they strong, but this is like the most fun in my opinion. Children is building at the moment. I need a Wisp, Caliban, all the BS grind ones. Wisp isn't too bad. Caliban is rough, if I'm not mistaken. Hildren also, yeah, super easy. That's the Ropalola list. I had a buddy of mine learn how to speedrun that mission, so I mean, doing it pretty fast is super simple. And again, there's a lot of like speedruns that I've been doing in Warframe recently. You'll love to see it. I'll kill it for you. Do it. Kill him. Tedious but easy enough. Yeah, everything in this game is easy. It's a game of knowledge. Like when you learn how to do certain things, it's like, oh, just apply said knowledge and then you're good. You're done. All right, let's continue on with the tier maker of 2025. My next one is going to be Zaku, and Zaku, honestly, like I said before, by the way, guys, they can do most content. Every Warframe can do all of the content, but this is like what I use them for. I use them to do most content, you know, kind of thing. And then they can do things, one use kind of deal. Others can be more fun, not for me. This is a level of like,
Ooh, you motherfucker.
like fun in my opinion. Like, do these frames feel fun to me? And it's kind of funny that Equinox is above Mirage. Equinox is just fun. There's a funny thing you can do with Equinox, and it's called tennis. Get 2 Equinoxes, and then you both use Maim, and you kill a couple enemies. One person pops it, blows up a room of enemies. The other person increases their Maim like damage, and then they wait for the other person who just recently popped their Maim to put it back on, and then you move to the next room. The other person pops their Maim, and then it just transfers back. So you're essentially playing tennis, like pushing the Maim like buff back and forth. So it's kind of funny. I've been having fun with Equinox. Zaku. Zaku's been fun. I've been having issues with Zaku in the matter of like, are they able to like stay alive really well? I mean, I guess I haven't played Zaku as a mage frame, so there's potential for Zaku. I think we'll leave him in A-. Like, they can do most things. Zaku's a pretty good all-around frame. Frost. Sadly to say, I have not been having a whole lot of fun with Frost. It's just, he's just not my cup of tea. Like the one thing that I use a frost for is like excavations or like any kind of defense mission. So like this is my like one and done. Like here you go, we're defending, you know, point A. You know, like we're done. Super easy. Chroma has been a solid. He's kind of up here, but it's not like a matter of fun. It's kind of like the Eidolon, like Wisp. Chroma, he's been more of like, I've only used him for like profit taker runs this year. So he technically does have that like one use kind of ordeal thing, but he is decently fun. But I don't know. In a manner of fun, I would say like right there. They can do most things, yeah. Chroma's cool, but like I just, if I'm being honest, I only use him to farm profit taker. Okay, so next up is a Naros. I don't use a Naros a whole lot. Probably it's mainly because I don't have like the Umbra Forma I want to invest into him. But I'm sure that he can be fun. I ran him in Duviri Circuit on the hardcore account, and it was pretty easy. A good solid like good solid build. He's not my most favorite pick. Sadly to say. Ember, I'd have to put him right there with the Naros. I don't play Ember a whole lot. I know these frames are good, but it's just not my like forte, I should say. You know, it's not my cup of tea. Cora. He's really strong with the right build shroom. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I know. Trust me. Okay, this is not a matter of are they strong tier list. This is a matter of are they fun to me tier list. Oh hey Misty, you want pets? Are you going crazy? Do you smell the catnip? I put catnip down for my cat right now. I think she's high as shit. He's read Sevagoth Prime for 57% of playtime in 2025. Ew. Alright, so Cora. Is she fun? I haven't used Cora for a whole lot. She's kind of got that like one use kind of deal with Cora. I don't use her too often, kind of in the same boat with Frost. But she's more fun to use than Frost in my opinion. Also, she's got like the farming capability. And the Whip Claw too. Honestly, I'm going to put Cora up onto B. For my tier level of fun. Is it any surprise I did? No, not really. Lavos. I haven't played a whole lot of Lavos, but you know what I do know is that he has the Crown King of the Railjack. So honestly, Lavos gets the top spot for C. Clervo belongs in the top, just saying. I mean, at least. I have been... Alright, so the matter of Clervo is I did a stupid last year, or like sometime this year, I believe. Yeah, sometime last year. I built Clervo, and I did what I called Hot Girl Summer, where I did nothing but big red crits. If you know me, I'm typically a Sevagoth main. Sevagoth is based off of doing true damage. Yes, he does a lot of damage whenever you go to like higher level enemies, but it's purely like true damage. So I never get my dopamine from like getting to see the big like red crit. I get my dopamine from seeing all the little red dots on the map disappear. So Sevagoth has been like my pick for that. Nuker frames are more fun to me than like you know, weapon platforms or hybrids. But when it comes to like Clervo, there was one day to where we took him and then just did a bunch of shit. And I've been wanting to play Clervo so badly, but I ended up subsuming him after I made a build for him like an idiot. I just really wanted Wrathful Advance at that point. I just love playing Nova. That's fair. That's fair. Nova's solid. She's gonna probably be like on the higher side. Naris is kind of hard to play because the sandstorm makes me dizzy. Oh no. Do I need to build him again? Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Clervo Prime because we are probably getting Varuna next if they keep up the male, male, female, female, like for prime frames. Varuna is like next on the board, next on the list. After that, we would be getting like Cynax and Clairvo, or Clairvo and Cynax, in that order. That's what I'm gonna like take a guess for. And because he's like 3 frames away, I kind of don't want to build him because I'd be putting Umbra Forma into him. I don't want to go get another one and then build him. So I'm just going to patiently wait for Clairvo to come back. That way I can have all the fun with him when Clairvo Prime comes up. Smite on Clairvo so I can nuke. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together now. Yeah, I'm going to be making like the sniper build. I'm going to be making the caster build. Letter 25 in a blue sock. What? I don't get it. Just choose not to obliterate things with the agendas. Yeah. Yeah. True. Saren. Now this is the one that's going to like irritate a lot of people. Saren is solid. Does she have like my like 3rd most like highest playtime on a frame? Yes. However, Saren is kind of boring. You know, she's just a super solid, like strong, comfy pick, quote unquote. But she's not super fun to play. She obliterates everything. I like Saren with the Sobek, you know, and just doing that is like solid. Am I like really going to put Saren below Limbo? Limbo is honestly a little bit more fun than Saren. She either goes here or she goes here. Willing to share my Clairvo build if you want. When his prime comes out, just let me know when the prime releases. I want to make my own build. Thanks, Sammy. Appreciate that, but I like crafting my own stuff. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for Saren. Now, Atlas. Atlas is super fucking strong, but he does kind of have that one use case thing that he does. What does he do? He punches the shit out of everything around you. Is it satisfying? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. Do I use it a whole lot? Not as much as I want to. You know, Atlas is sick. He rocks, literally. Atlas rocks. Temple. I did not play Temple a whole lot. I didn't really get to like mess around with it.
Want a break from the
Temple is I should have had like another one where it is I have not played them a whole lot. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna sit Temple in They Could Do Things because they're at that like stage to where, you know, it's a like weapons platform kind of build, but the metronome thing seems nice. Seems cool. I think we'll leave Temple right where they are. Styanax. Honestly, like they can do a thing. They can generate a lot of overguard. What up, Ray? How you doing? Also, say hi, YouTube, to all the peeps. This is going to be turned into a video that I will be posting, so wave and say hi. Styanax is like his look looks really cool. I wish his abilities just did more. I wish he just did more. He's got that cool like thing that no other frame kind of has, where he jumps up into the air and then he like throws a crap ton of spears and javelins down, right? That's neat. But does he? Not really. Not really. And Kome, F, not for me. Not a big fan of Kome. Her entire kit is like, hey, sit in this mission for 2 hours. That way you can build up her kit, her passive. No thanks. I'm not doing that. I would rather not, just general. Not my play style. Straight in the toilet. Cynax to me is what Revenant is to a lot of people. Just turn your brain off and be bored. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm in the same boat. Now Calervo, baby. Calervo. Ooh, Calervo is so fun. So fun. I haven't even gotten to like actually mess with the new augment yet because I got rid of my Calervo before that augment came out. So Calervo has potential to be like S plus most fun kind of like thing. But I think Calervo is super nice. I want to like make the caster build so much. I want to do that, and then I want to like do the like overguard gating kind of thing. Like that'll be cool. That'll be cool. Wukong, I think Wukong we are going to be putting. I liked using him for like just pure damage, for the movement, for it's all around fun. Honestly, I think we're gonna be putting Wukong right there, A plus above gas.
I'm
Monkey.
back, baby.
Monkey. Rather just turn off my brain at least and be fighting with Calervo and Sevagoth. True, true. Now Caliban. Caliban is next. Caliban is kind of interesting. I messed around with him a lot. His spin. He just spins. He spins in a circle. He just goes, yeah. I like the summoning thing with him. He's pretty interesting. He's not the craziest. Maybe I need to mess with him more, but for now, I think I'm gonna be putting Caliban right next to Zaku. It's just a Beyblade. Yeah, and it's a very fun Beyblade. It's a satisfying Beyblade. Hydroid. Now, I play Hydroid a lot for box farming and stuff. But I recently found out that he obliterates things, so it's kind of like a solo box farming more like, rather than using in a squad. No one's corrected me on that for so long. It took so long for that to happen. But if that's the case, like the one kind of use, I would say that like Hydroid's Subsume is like the best Subsume in the game, in my opinion. I love Viral Tempest Augment mod for Tempest Barrage. That is amazing. But whenever I'm playing Hydroid, it's just like I'm only using him to farm. I'm only using him, and that's solo too. So he's got his one use kind of thing. All right. Next one is Valkyrie. Valkyrie was super nice. I really enjoyed her. Her one weakness, in my opinion, was nullifier bubbles. She's a good melee frame. She feels nice. She's like satisfying. I love that Valkyrie has the thing that I love seeing the most in this game is like an ability that will refresh its duration. So like Valkyrie, Geyer, things like that. Big fan of that. Big fan. The only meh kind of thing that I have with Valkyrie is the like zipline thing that she has, the little grapple. I don't know what you want to call that ability. It's her first ability, right? But that's essentially it. Like that's the only bad thing with her. So I would put her in all around good. She's a solid frame. She is super strong though. Man, that's actually tough. That's actually tough. She's like crazy. I do have to remember that Valkyrie, like when she got her rework, and this is like post rework thing, opinion by the way. When Valkyrie got her rework, I went and like leveled her and made a build for her, and I was like in the process of doing this. What's bad about the grappling hook? Just how it feels, in my opinion. It doesn't feel great. Maybe I'm not like cracked at doing like 180 like no scopes of like grabbing the right place that I want to, but you know, it could be a skill issue on my part, but it's not super fun in my opinion. But here, I'm gonna go grab something to clean my glasses real quick. Now here, if people remember correctly, there was a time when I was building Valkyrie. And the first thing I did when I like started to build her, I was like, okay, let's put a forma on. And then I put a forma onto her claws. And then I went and took her out into a Steel Path mission. And I was just killing the shit out of everything. Just so nice. I was like, yeah. one forma build. A singular forma. And she was slapping the shit out of everything, and it was kind of satisfying. So if I'm being honest, let's leave her there. I think that's a good spot for her. Mostly use it for the grouping, to be fair. Yeah, with the augment mode, I think. It pulls in other people too. It's solid. I tried it. Harrow. Harrow's next. Gonna be honest. The main thing that I use Harrow for is just leveling up other people. With the use of Thurible and Thermal Cinder. That's like his one niche like case scenario that I use him for. I tried making a build for him. I tried playing him. Not for me. It's too much micromanaging in my opinion. Strong as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but too much micromanaging. Ivara. Ivara does the funny spy. But others do the funny spy better, in my opinion. I have 0 form on my Valkyrie. 0 to kind of cheese Technocyte showdowns. Yeah, she is very strong. Trinity. Oh, Trinity's been hella fun. I've been loving Trinity. Trinity, just learning more and more about her kit and like abusing things like viral with the true damage she has. I've been playing a fuck ton of Trinity, and she's like super simple brain off Eidolon hunting. You know what? I think Trinity might be our first S+. I think Trinity might honestly be our first S+ in this. Well, aren't you looking cozy? Yeah. Hi, Commissar. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing great. Naja. Naja is super solid. I don't play them a lot. It's not my like forte. I would say like, yeah, you could use, I use Naja to do like, I could use him to do like anything really. Is my crack fair and understandable? What up, Tool? How you doing, buddy? Alright, yeah, I think Naja's in there. Kind of like on that low side. I don't play them a lot. Not my forte. Octavia! Right there. Right there. She is boring. Not a big fan. I don't like Kome more. So we'll have Octavia at the very bottom of that. Playing the market at the moment. Fair and understandable. Now, Excalibur. I feel like Excalibur we should save for last. You know? Volt. Ooh, Volts has been... I've been playing a lot of Volt this year. I have been playing a lot of Volt. He has like shown his true colors to me. I think we have Volt be as a... honestly like a higher pick for S+. Uriel. Uriel, the most recently came out Warframe. Uriel's super fun. He's kind of like a hybrid when it comes to like nuking and you know, weapons platformy type things. He's a solid Warframe. I would say that he like kind of goes on. I have a lot of fun just like running around with his first ability, honestly. I do my man Excalibur dirty. If you do at least rank Umbra better. Well, it's the same concept. I don't think Umbra's in this list because yeah, Excalibur is the same as this that frame. So yeah. I don't use Uriel a lot though. I think I'm gonna put Uriel like up high on the they can do things list. I feel like that's a good spot for Uriel. They're good. They can do things. I don't use them a whole lot. Really good though. Ureli. Ureli. I have not actually messed with a whole lot. But I did try to do like secondary like builds for her, and it is fucking satisfying, dude. I like the Ureli's fly mechanic. Yeah. You really can honestly be somewhere like in here. I'll have you really right there. She's fun. I don't have like the craziest time with her, but she's like overall great frame. Does a lot of funny like secondary things. Gerudo. Garuda, I want to mess with more. She's strong as fuck. Like she is strong as fuck. I think we might actually put her in like a solid tier, kind of like around here. The time that I was playing with Garuda was super satisfying, and I don't know why I didn't play more of it. A stupid meme build to put Urali's Aqua Blades on Grendel when you're in the meatball form. That's kind of funny. Banshee. All right, so now a lot of people are gonna say that this is like wrong or incorrect or bad, and I just don't care. No. Banshee, super strong pick. I love a Gloom Banshee as a weapons platform. That's more of a fun weapons platform in my opinion, just because of the it honestly might just be Savage Silence alone, dude. It's so good. It's so satisfying. Banshee's super fun. Varuna, I didn't get to play a whole lot. I subsumed my Varuna. I am without Varuna just like how I am without Clairvo at this moment. But I know that she can do like all the way up to level cap and things like that, just like most of these frames. Time that I played Ureli or Varuna. I think right there. Like right in that spot. Noko. S+, most fun. Totally not biased at all. Totally not in love with everything about him. Totally not. Y'all didn't see that coming, did you? Now, Gyre. Gyre is one of those frames that... Gyre really, really... Like, she's fun, but I don't play her as often as I should. I don't play her near as often as I should. But I would say, like, good, solid all around. I think Gyre kind of, like, belongs in here. Like, a little bit above Gauss. Yeah, I think that's a solid pick. Now, Nova. Nova has... She's solid. She's fun. I messed around with Nova a lot this year, doing, like, speedrun things, as well as, like, the Hematite with Plague Star. And, you know, just she's good at the box farming things. I'd say that she's an all-around solid. She's a solid Warframe. She's, like, fun. You know, it's nothing screams to me about her, though. Now, Hildren. Hildren, I have found a thing that I like doing with Hildren this year. It's very satisfying, and that is Burrito Rebellion. Other than that, not really my forte. She's got that one use, and I love using that one use. But other than that, just bleh. Bleh. Not, Not my cup of tea, if I'm going to be real with you. Citrine. Citrine. Overall, super strong, comfy pick. I'd say she's like right there with Palervo when it comes to like the level of fun that I have with her. She's like, I messed around with Citrine a lot this year too. Now that I'm thinking about it, played the crap out of her. Nidus. Nidus is gonna go up here. I have more fun with Nidus than I do with Volt, but I play Volt more because Volt is just like more of a use case. Nidus is fun though. I do wish like some of the like augments for Nidus were like put into his passive. Huge nut. Thank you. Thank you. Sevagoth. Right there, up with them. We all know me. Can't really like deny that. Like, yeah, like, oh, we saw that coming. Araxia. I didn't really like playing Araxia, you know? I didn't really like playing a lot of Araxia. I know that she's got like that whole like kind of it's not as good as like Saren's Toxic Lash with like the Sobek case scenario, but Araxia is honestly, I messed around with her a little bit. I'd say she's at the top of the D tier. Now Mag as well, she's kind of got that one funny thing that she does, and that's like Archoplasmor bubbles. But is it like anything to write home about? Not really. She's a frame. She's a solid frame, that's for sure. Valbon, kind of in that same scenario. But Valbon has a lot more potential, I would say. But I'll put that there. Zephyr, I feel like the Zephyr was my least played frame this year. I like played barely any Zephyr. I don't know if I even touched Zephyr. Have I even done a single mission with Zephyr? I've like completely ignored this as a frame altogether. Revenant. Now, with Revenant, the thing about Revenant is I recently made a build with Revenant that is actually super fun. It gets rid of the second ability, and he becomes like kind of fun to play with. So if I'm being honest, I played Revenant a lot more. I would say, yeah, at the end of Solid. At the end of Solid. He's got some stuff with him. Cyto 9. Oh, the first thing I did when Cyto 9 came out is I went and took him to do damage cap on his neutralizer. That was pretty fun. I would say Sight's right there with Saren. Baruch. Baruch is hella fun. Very satisfying, but he's really only got that one thing going for him. He's a melee frame. His kit's kind of like weird, and how like you have to just wait for enemies to hit you a bunch. So it's odd. Not my craziest pick, but he is definitely good. You know? Dante. It's fun. Do I use him a lot? Was he like crazy? Nothing to write home about. I would say kind of in this area. He is good. Like all of these Warframes are good, but I didn't have a whole lot of fun with Dante. Worst exalted melee because of the resistant meter or the restraint meter. Yeah, the restraint meter was like, yeah, with Baruch. Grendel. Now my Grendel build that I made was honestly like hella fun. Is it clunky because I'm not really good at bouncing the ball and rolling around? On certain maps, it's like a pain in the ass to maneuver, but it's still kind of fun. He's like a chaotic kind of fun. He is definitely a chaotic kind of fun. I would put him like right there with Nova. Right there with Nova. Now, Necros. He's got the one thing going for him. I don't play Necros at all. I don't really like use Necros too much. I don't think there's like anything else to say with that. He's just right there with the farmers. But have we done Cora yet? Has Cora been put in here? Yes, Cora's right there. Cora's a more fun like farmer. Now with the Goth, I've been having fun with the Goth. I'm not a big like weapons platform kind of playstyle, but she's kind of a hybrid. And the Doom effect is like super nice. I think she stays right there. I think right there is a good spot for her. Ash definitely goes up here. His kit was like just fucking hilarious. Did I have a lot of fun with him though? I would say like right around there. Yeah, that's a good spot for Ash. I didn't play him too much. I didn't play him a crazy fucking amount. He wasn't like anything like amazing that like shined in my book, but he did some funny stuff, that's for sure. Now Corvex. Oh, Corvex is gonna be low. I'm really sad that like his animations are all like full body animations, and like whenever you cast any ability, you have to stand still and wait a couple seconds. It's not my forte. If they changed that about him, like he would be a lot more fun just on that alone. Yeah, I think he kind of goes in the D tier. Others can be more fun for sure. Around there. Yeah, I think so. Titania. Fuck, dude. Right there, maybe. Titania was crazy. Titania is crazy. That's like a fucking no-brainer right there. Loki. Did I have fun with Loki? Loki was... I mean, like, I was shown the, like, the love for Loki, and I was shown, like, the reason why he's good and how he can be good, and he is. He definitely is. Do I have a lot of fun playing him, though? He doesn't have anything going for him. He doesn't have anything going for him at all. If there's one thing that I think of, like, oh, I'll just use a Loki. Yeah, I think he's kind of like in a one-use kind of deal. And that's like the conservation. Like, I use him to hunt dogs for people. That's about it. That is really it. Jade, AC 130, kind of fun. Not my play style. She's more like around here. I didn't touch Jade a whole lot this year at all, really. Mesa. The Radiation Mesa was a funny meme that we did, but I didn't really build her a whole lot after that. But I would say that Mesa's kind of in this category of like, yeah, they can do things. They're really good, but not my favorite pick, I should say. Now, Oberon, I actually had a lot of fun with Oberon this year. Oberon's super fun. I think around there sounds good. Now, Excalibur. So what I'm going to do now at this point is I'm going to go ahead and think about and look at this list, kind of move them around, like my top 5 Warframes: Noko, Sevagoth, Nidus, Volt, and Trinity. That sounds about right to me. As like, those are my top 5 favorite. But like, now is a measure of fun, but a measure of use case as well. I think Varuna needs to be like picked up a little bit. I don't got too many comments. Myself, my fave is in the second last row. Who's your fave again? Is it a hero? Are you a hero? Oh, second last. What do you enjoy playing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Octavia is kind of just... She's the boring frame. She can do good. Like, all these frames can do good, but... It's just boring, you know? Corvex belongs in F2. Corvex has some funny things with him, though. I really like Radiation, the element, just in general. So Corvex has like some things for me that I enjoy. Plus, really big fucking hyper beam looks really fun. You know, that's satisfying. Laser beam guy is like super nice, but the big issue with Corvex, in my opinion, is that like, you know, all of his abilities are, you know, full body animations. So like you have to stop and then like he goes clunky, and yeah. That's kind of my like issue with Corvex. I would say Corvex kind of goes up higher on this list though. And if I'm being honest, I think Lavos might actually be up as well. I think Lavos can be like right here. Shelved him forever. That was like the whole point of Sevagoth. That's what everyone said about Sevagoth for years. Oh, he is MR fodder. You acquire Gloom and MR and you throw that boy in the trash. And Sevagoth is like one of the craziest nukes in this game. I like Sevagoth personally. Yeah, I'm a, you know, I like playing Noko the most. He's the most fun. However, I am a Sevagoth main. You know, like that shows on my account. Like most amount of time played is Sevagoth. No big surprise there at all. I think, how do we feel? I feel like Varuna needs to get bumped up a little bit more. Varuna, Nova for me at S tier. Yeah, they're super fun. That's what I'm like thinking about putting Varuna up more. Do I have a lot of fun? Honestly, I kind of want to like bump Saren down. Let's bump Saren down. She's kind of just a solid Warframe. I'm being honest with you. Not the craziest. This is a wild like tier list, you know? Like this is a tier list of Shroom's most fun Warframes. And then it has Equinox and Limbo above Saren. Where's my Dante? Dante's right here. Craving my croissant. Dante right here. In B. They do things. Dante do things. That's too low. He's S. How did I know that like as soon as like you would join, this is what you would be saying? In my personal opinion, this is like a level of like fun. Dante's kind of low on my list. Not the craziest, you know, frame, but he's solid. Like this, all of these frames are good. Even this one, all of these frames can do like a lot of damage. They can do a lot of clear. They can be fun. They can do all the content in the game. That's like very well understandable, and like, yeah, it like hands down, they do all of it. They're solid. They can do it. However, this is a tier list of like, do I like playing them a whole lot? There's a lot more like D tier ones than I thought there would be. You know? Others can be more fun. Yeah. Others just tend to be more fun. If I'm being honest, like Protea might actually go down in that list as well. Not a big Protea fan. Right next to Bobbin. I think that's solid. Is there anything that I would want to change? Valkyrie is fun, but she only has that like one like bit that she does, really. I'm looking at like Limbo and Equinox as like the two frames. Like, do I enjoy playing this frame more than those frames? Honestly, not a whole lot. I'd say Gara's more fun than Valkyrie. Garuda feels super nice when you have a build like fully fleshed out. I think she might like get bumped up a bit. Honestly. I'm making choices in my head. That seems more so like what I actually like. Yeah, that looks more like it. This is kind of like, I don't know if I would choose anything else. I like how my top 10 are like pretty standard. It's hard to not put Nyx in the S plus most one. Here, we're gonna change this to love them. Dante. I can make a tier list just for Dante if you want, just like Kome. Way down here at the bottom, like, oh, look at me, I'm a frame. I do things. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Don't you? I feel like Dante's good where he is. Don't get me wrong. Dante's super strong and I can recognize that. I know that. However, not my forte. One. There we go. Better wording for all of those. Better wording for all that. Why are you crying? So I think mobile app on Warframe is broken because for me, you can get the Xbox account to sign in. Oh well. Rip. Ripperoni. Now, last but not least, Excalibur.
Want a break from the...
Excalibur is a Warframe. Excalibur is indeed a Warframe. I think that's like a good, like, solid, like, list. These are the frames that I
Goonin' and bustin' for Daddy Parvos.
Yeah? Is that how you feel? Is that how you feel? Alright. I think this is, like, good and solid. I tweaked a little bit, but I think for the most part we got them in, like, the order that I kind of would want them to. Honestly, maybe like Varuna gets bumped up above Equinox. It feels like a little bit more on the nose. But yeah, this is my 2025 tier list of most fun Warframes. Like, comment, all that type of stuff. Take care. Bye-bye.